Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. If you're coming in here live, I really appreciate you coming in. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for taking the time to find me and watch the replay later. I really appreciate it. My name is Lori DeGroot from Lorita Marie Crafts, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Calgary, Alberta. And I come live so I can give you fun tips, ideas, inspiration to help you take your paper crafting supplies and turn them into beautiful projects. And today I've got the cutest little projects. We're going to be making 2 gift card holders that are really actually quite simple designs. They're 2 of my favorite kind of go-tos. And so we're going to use the Merry Bright and Bold DSP, which is fun. And it's going to be something that's actually really useful for you this holiday season coming up. I hope you guys have had a good week this week. We just finished Halloween. If you did Halloween, the kids had a lot of fun. It was so warm here. It was so nice to have a warm Halloween where you didn't need all the layers, and it was fun. We had my daughter was a panda, cute, and then my son was Marty McFly from Back to the Future. It turned out so good, so that was a lot of fun. So we had a good time. And I asked on my Facebook page here yesterday, now that Halloween's done, are you all ready for decorating for Christmas? So I know if you're American, you typically wait till after Thanksgiving. But here, I mean, it's all over the place. It's kind of fun to see. We used to get real trees, and so then we didn't really decorate until December. But now we have like a fake tree. So I find you decorate earlier and earlier if you have a fake tree. So I typically like adopt American Thanksgiving, use it as my time to set up for Christmas, watch the Macy's parade, all that fun stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that in a few weeks. Also in a few weeks is my Make It Merry mini retreat. So if you're not on my email list, I'm going to encourage you to sign up. There's links here, the button on my Facebook page, or just message me and I can send you a direct link to sign up for my email list. Or you can find a sign up form on my website too, loritamarie.crafts.ca. And I'm going to be launching it on Monday. And so my mini retreat is where we're going to make 3 super fun projects. So they're not cards, they're like special 3D kind of projects. And if you're local, it's going to be an in-person class. So we have so much fun in our classes. It's been really fun to start classes the last year. If you live in Canada, I can do a mini retreat in a box. And so you can get all the fun stuff mailed out to you with a video of how to make the projects. And if you live outside of Canada, there's going to be a full video tutorial for you to follow along with your own crafting supplies and make these cute projects too. So lots of options for everybody. So that'll go out next week. And that's all the chit chat. Let's get to the creating here. And let me just go down to my desk. All right, so like I said, we're going to be making cute gift card holders. And these are going to be my new card kit to go. So when I do a card kit to go, you place an order in my online store for at least $60 with my current host code, and I'll send you the supplies, so the paper cut and prepped for you to make these projects. So this time, because they're gift card holders, you get to make 2 of each one, so you can make 4 projects. So this is available to anyone in Canada. And yeah, I'll mail you out the fun stuff. And I'm going to be using the Merry Bright and Bold DSP, which is exactly as it sounds, Merry Bright and Bold. So I really love it for something like a gift card holder. So we're going to be using this fun one that has stripes and trees. And then this one here with this also cute little different trees. Oh, we're not going to use the polka dot side though, because that doesn't really go together. Let me show you the other one. I love, this is my favorite one. The fa-la-la-la. So I don't know. Do you love Merry Bright and Bold? Are you scared of the bright colors? I'm going to show you a fun way to put these colors together. And what's fun about this paper is that if you don't use it all for Christmas, like the polka dot sides, and there's one with cute stripes, it's going to be great like for any occasion. So it'll just like seamlessly take you into birthdays and things like that. So that's perfect. So let's get to the first card. That's not what I want. Pool party. We're going to use a pool party base. And I find because pool party is in this DSP, but it looks really great with these green colors. So if you don't want to just use white, I love Pool Party as a card base. So we're going to cut it in half, our cardstock in half here, the long ways. So that's 4 1/4. I'm going to find my instructions there. Yeah, 4 1/4. It's like, what am I doing? And then we're going to score it twice. So I have done this gift card holder a few times. I love it. It's a great staple to have in your repertoire and something that's going to be really easy for you to make. So we're going to score it twice. So once at 1 3/4 and once at 5 1/2. And then once you've got the basics, then you can tweak it to all the different, I don't know, styles and DSP that you like. So then now we need to cut our DSP. So we're going to cut this at 3 1/2 by 4. 3 1/2 by 4. And we actually need 2 of these. So 1, 2. And then we want the fun stripy side as well. And so there's also going to be 4 inches, but then they're going to just be skinny at 1 1/2 inches. So if you go right here to the edge of your trimmer, you get 1 1/2 inches. So 1 1/2, 1 1/2. So if you're doing smaller measurements like that, it's actually easier to go this way. So those are 1 1/2 by 4. So we need 2 of those. And then we need a piece, actually, a basic white. Well, I've got my paper trimmer out. And this is going to be the same size as the tree DSP that we cut out. So it's going to be 3 1/2 by 4. All right. Now we have all those pieces. We can start putting this together a little bit. So we're going to fold it in half this way. Let's grab my bone folder here. And then where we scored it at that 1 3/4, we're going to fold that in. And that's going to be our little pocket for our gift card. And so it's going to look like that. Super easy, right? I mean, you add 1 fold to a card and all of a sudden you've got something special. And then the DSP is what brings this to life, right? So we want to put 1 piece in here. So we're going to do that before we seal up our pocket. Just going to find some seal here. Okay, so we'll just put seal on the back. So gift card holders are perfect for teacher gifts. I always use these actually for my teacher gifts. I have like a standard teacher gift. So Indigo is like one of my favorite stores. And I'm always like, what teacher wouldn't want to get an Indigo gift card? So books, you can buy cute little things for the home, all sorts of things. So we're going to put this little stripe here, and then we're going to seal this up by using some tear and tape. So tear and tape you want to use because it's strong and it's skinny. So you don't want it to take up too much space. So you can tear it just like it says, or you can use your scissors to cut it either way. So that's the best option I find for adhesive. And then you just got to peel off the backing and then just line it up there. And I usually kind of make it loose, make it line up here, but give it that little space in there so you can fit your gift card in. And then we'll take that same DSP here and put this on the front. So this goes like this. And then we'll use our other little stripe to put here. And so you want to do that while the card is closed so that you kind of get the spacing lined up just right. So it's going to have like an even mat on it all the way around. And then once I stamp on this, I'll put it inside. Always stamp on it first, just in case your stamping doesn't go the way that you planned, which happens to all of us. And then it's not stuck to your card and you don't have to peel it off. So now let's jazz this up a little bit. Yes, I said jazz this up. Okay. We're going to use the Merriest Trees dies. and stamp set because that's one of my favorite ones. But you can use kind of like any like feature that you want. So I'm going to use a tree. So we're going to use this nice big solid tree. But if you wanted to say, I don't know, like if you had a gingerbread man, or if you had, what else is in the catalog? Just any kind of shape. This layout will work for kind of any shape. So I'm going to stamp in Shaded Spruce. And just a couple tips. So I did a practice round and it wasn't inking up nice. And I was like, oh, I bet you my ink pad is dry. So if things aren't stamping as nice as you'd like or not as rich and bold, try getting a re-inker for your ink pad and just adding some more ink to it. And then, because this is bigger than my ink pad, I kind of like to tap it as best I can to kind of get rid of those lines in it because it's a solid image here. And then we'll just, I'm using the piercing mat so that it gives some cushion to this solid photopolymer stamped. And then you'll get a nice, good, solid image on it. So turned out pretty good. And then you can cut it out with the coordinating die. So I went ahead and did that already. So this is the largest tree, like I said. Or if you don't want to stamp, you can always cut it out in cardstock, so in Shaded Spruce. So if you get the kit, you'll get the cardstock version just because I can't include stamped images in the kit. So let's pull out our pre-done one for television here. And then I wanted to add like a little sparkle. So I thought the most fun sparkly thing that Stampin' Up! Has right now was the More Dazzle DSP. So it's like little diamonds. So pretty. And it's in the annual catalog or online, of course. And it comes in this champagne kind of color, and it comes in gold in 6x6 sheets. So you've got gold and champagne. So we're going to add a little strip of this. So I'm going to use one on both of my cards today. I think they're going to, how long did I want it? 2.5 inches long. And then only 1/2 inch wide. So there's that. And I'm going to use one on our second gift card holder too. So I might as well cut that at the same time. That's that. And then we just need a sentiment, right? So I've just cut out a little circle here with the Stylish Shapes dies. And any sentiment will do. I'm going to use the Brightest Glow stamp set because it's got one that says all is merry and bright. So that's perfect. And it's just the right size for what I want to do here. So we'll just grab a block. And I'm going to stamp mine in black. But I feel like it would look good in Shaded Spruce too. And then when I'm stamping a rubber stamp, although this is a circle, it doesn't really matter if it's straight or crooked, does it? Ah, that's the beauty of a circle. You can't go wrong. So that turned out great. And then the last piece that we need here is some twine. So I've got this in color twine that's in Parakeet Party, which is like the perfect green. The bright green in this is actually lemon lime twist, but and the twine, obviously that's close enough. So let's go ahead and put this on. Just gonna find some dimensionals. So I want this to overlap a bit, hang over this side of it. So just remember which side you want to put your dimensionals on. And yep, the top will be on there. So I'm only going to put it on half. And we'll put it like so. Then we're going to grab a couple of dimensionals to put on our dazzling paper here. And it's like just a hint of sparkle, right? It's just the right amount. And then I want to put this on, and I thought the easiest thing to adhere to this, because it's kind of got a rough texture, is another dimensional. So I'm going to put it right onto there so I get it in the right spot. And then, yes, right after all that, right spot. I want to center that like so. And then we're going to add just a couple little embellishments. So I'm going to tie a bow in this twine. Yep. However, if you love tying bows or hate tying bows, you could just loop it back and forth too if you don't want to tie a bow. I'm going to stick the knot part of my bow in a glue dot. And then, oops, then we're going to tuck this kind of in the corner there. Then you can cut your tails to however long you want them. And then gems. So I just use whatever you've got, right? I'm going to use these fun ones, which are called glitter sequins. And I think all the adhesive or all the embellishments will be back in a couple weeks. So keep your eye on the online store for that. And I'm going to use these little green ones. And so they're fun and glittery. And you can use your take your pick tool as well if you find it hard to pick up embellishments. And then we'll add one down there. Cute. And then we just need to stamp our sentiment on the inside. So a matching one is wishing you a season of hope and light. So grab that in a block somewhere. And then this one I want to get straight. So I do a little practice round here. So ink that up. And then I use my grid sheet to what I think is straight just by looking at the stamp. And you can see, oh, that went down quite a bit to the right. So now when I stamp it on my paper, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of pointing down to the right. So now I know I hold it where it looks straight and then I tilt my stamp up to the right to kind of, no, then I went a bit too far, but there you go. So it kind of can compensate if it's not straight, or you can just get to the feel of it. I don't know, that just helps me. And then we'll go ahead and put this on. And I'll grab a little gift card so I can show you how it all goes together. So just remember to mat it more on this side, and there'll be a wider space there so that that all works out well. And then I just happen to have an indigo gift card here. Perfect. Right? And then it's going to fit just right in there. So cute. Who wouldn't love to get that with the gift card? So that's our first one. Now let's make our second one. Now that I have a mess, it really doesn't take long, does it? Does anyone else feel like they clean their craft room like 3 times a day just to find their desk? It's like I clean it, then I make one thing and I have a complete disaster. It's like, how did it get so messy so fast? It's impressive. All right, for our next one, we need a piece of thick basic white, thick basic white. And we're also going to cut this one in half this long way here at 4 1/4. Save that for the card. We're going to score it in half at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to chop off 2 inches. From either end, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then we need our DSP. So we need 2 pieces of DSP. So I'm going to use this fun one here, and I want it to be 4 inches by 3 inches. It could technically be longer than that, but that's all you need. And then I'm going to use that fa-la-la. So it also needs to be 4 inches by 3 1/4. All right, and so this is one of my favorite go-tos. You got to have some go-tos that you use all the time. And then really, when you make it with different products, then it's like a whole new thing, right? And so it's good to have a couple in your repertoire that you can go to again and again. So all we're going to do is fold it up like this and to create a little pocket. And then we have lots of fun things to add to this. So we're going to put this bright green pattern on the inside. So sometimes too, when you're working with a bold pattern, you can minimize it by kind of hiding it a little bit. We're going to hide it a bit and make the fa-la-la, the star here. This one's going to go on the front. Just like center that in there. So that looks cute. And then we're going to use our tear and tape again to create our little pocket. I want to go right to the edge because I want the whole space in here inside my pocket. So we're going to decorate the front and then we're going to make a little piece that goes on the inside too. Okay, so we'll just peel off the backing. At my card class last night, we were joking about that old tear and tape that had the red backing on it that was like staticky, that stuck to you. Does anyone else remember that? And it was so hard to get off, and then you'd find all that red stuff, it would just stuck to everything. I love tear and tape now. So much easier to use. Okay, so there's our cute little pocket. And now let's decorate it. So we're going to do a very similar look to the first one. So this is to show that you can design one thing and then you can reuse the idea on something else with just some different colors, and then it's going to look just a little bit different. So this is that parakeet party twine again. I'm going to wrap it around twice. It's about a 25-inch piece when you're all done with it, if you want to pre-cut it. And then we're going to tie a bow to the left here. And so I always tie a knot first so that it doesn't escape on me. Oh, I'm not sure that. There we go. Then I can tie my bow. Okay, so we've got that, and then we're going to do the exact same layout as before. So we have got a tree. So this time I stamped it in Granny Apple Green, and then we've got our little circle that we're going to put our sentiment on, and then we've got that same kind of dazzling paper. So we've got a similar look. We're just going to reuse our design, and this time I'm going to stamp "'Tis the Season" just to change up the sentiment a little bit. But I'm still going to stamp it in black here. Oh, it's juicy in there. I got a juicy side in there. All right, "'Tis the Season." There we go. And now we can put this all together. So we're going to put dimensionals on our tree again. This time, just make sure that you don't put any on the tip because it's going to overhang a bit. Okay, so we'll start here. And it's going to be basically centered. And then this time I'm just going to use seal on the back of our dazzling diamond paper. And we'll center that kind of where the twine is. And then we'll grab a dimensional to put in the middle. To put our sentiment on. So cute. And then again, we can use the similar gems that we used the first time, these little sequins. And this time I'm going to use the white ones. And then that just adds a little bit more sparkle. So now you could just stick a gift card in there, but I thought it would be fun to make a little piece that goes on the inside as well. So we're going to need some basic white, so just regular basic white. And we're going to cut it to 3 3/8. So that's 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. And then we're going to mat that on a piece of lemon lime twist, which is going to be 3 1/2 by 5. And this is going to fit in our pocket just right. And then we need a couple of strips of DSP. So we're going to go back to that little extra strip that we had. And so we need it to be the same 3 3/8. And this is probably wide enough, like about, what is this, 1 1/4 inches? So that's about right. And then I want a strip of Poppy Parade. So just a 1/2 inch strip cut to the same size, the 3 3/8. Okay, we can do this. Let's put our white on first. And we'll do that. And then we'll create a little pocket on the bottom. So I'm going to use my tear and tape again so that it's nice and skinny. Just gotta find my end there. So this is directional, so make sure you've got it in the right way. So put the bottom one on. And just trying to remember how I did something. Right. Okay. I think I wanted to put this on first. Yeah. So I'm going to put some adhesive along the top of our DSP and then put our Poppy Parade strip on top like that. So now that that's, probably doesn't matter what order you go in there. And then we want to put our tear and tape right to the edge. And then peel that off. I always feel like pressure on video trying to peel off peel off the backing. Can I do it? Can I do it? All right. And then we'll put that at the bottom. And now we've created a little pocket in there. And then I thought it would be fun to stamp again here. It's a little bit hidden by the gift card, but it could just be like a little like added thing. So I just wanted something small. So I chose this Happy Holidays just because it was long and skinny. So anything that you have in your stash will work. And then we're just going to stamp it to the right here. So that looks cute. If you didn't have a gift card, you could just put this right on. You could write your little note, but just remember that you're going to see it in your pocket. So let me show you. We'll put it in here. And then you can see this, right? So you may not want to write up there. And I was wondering when I was looking at this, if another strip of Poppy Parade would look good. So I didn't originally design it this way. Whoops. Didn't hold on. So this is the 3 3/8 by 1/2 inch again. So the same little strip that we put on the bottom. So I thought maybe that would look nice up here to kind of ground it a bit. So I'm just going to go for it. Let's go for it. And then that's kind of cute. And then we'll find our gift card here. And then it's going to fit in there like this. So you do see it a little bit. It's sticking out of your pocket. And there's our second one. So much fun. And of course, you know, you'll change it up by putting whatever patterns you like in it. But let me grab our other one. So these are two great gift card ideas where the basic layout of the gift card is simple. And then just what you put on it could be as simple as you want or as elaborate as you want. So I like it with the trees, or you could add a different shape in there. But so cute. So I hope that was fun. Let me just come back. Thanks again for hanging out or watching the replay. I always really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me here in this crafting space together. If you love this and you live in Canada, I would love to send you a card kit. If you place a minimum order of $60, I would love to make a card kit for you and send it in the mail so that you can make these too. Don't forget you can sign up to my email list at laritamarie.crafts.ca and find out about all my classes, especially my mini retreat, which is coming up soon. And yeah, if you ever have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. I'd love to give you a hint. So thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week with some more fun projects. Bye-bye.